Go.
Ha, I was muted. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Global Gang Podcast, episode 4. I'm your host, Trevor Isengard. First time, I'm nervous as fuck. But thanks everybody for stopping in. We'll just go down the line. Anthony, take it away.
What's going on, guys? I'm Anthony Jamo. We've been doing this podcast for 4 weeks now. This is the 4th episode of the podcast, so I appreciate you guys joining in on us. So thank you for tuning in.
I'm Alec Hunter. Welcome to week 4. We've got a lot to cover, so let's get into it.
And what is up, dudes? It's Tyser Daisetsu. I'm so happy to be back another week of awesomeness with these lovely 3 other gentlemen over here.
All right, and thank you so much, guys. So let's start out strong with our first look here. The legendary Super Saiyan God Goku is out on Global, finally. I know we've been super hyped for this card. I know I have anyway. He is a Pure Saiyans, Hybrid Saiyan category lead 130. Key plus 4, which is fantastic. He greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to enemy, like most things. His Ultra raises attack, greatly raises attack and defense. This is by 50%, by the way, for 3 turns, and lowers defense as well. His stats, his pass is pretty alright. Attack plus 77, key up to 5, defense up to 55% per Pure Saiyans or Hybrid on the ally on the team. High chance of evading, which is 50% as well. And he has a chance performing a crit for 7 turns from start of turn. Pretty good links. What are your guys' thoughts on this?
As a unit, I think he's pretty solid. I mean, he's not, oh my god, top 5 LR in the game or anything like that. I really like the fact that he's a theme unit. He's built completely around one scene. And that one scene is the actual transformation. He is a Hybrid Saiyans lead, and he's not a Hybrid Saiyan. I think that's the first time we've ever had a leader who's not actually on the category. So that's an interesting mechanic and opens up the floodgates for a lot of different combinations later on.
I mean, for me, really, besides the fact that he is a category lead for Hybrid Saiyans when he's not even on the category, the coolest thing about him is his art. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
The artwork is fantastic, but for me, like, I'm not clamoring for this card. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Like, it's one of those ones where I'm like, it's okay.
And I guess for me, the biggest call out for me, other than everything else that the other panelists said, is his super attack animation, which I honestly think it's one of the more interesting, animations that we got, especially for a God Goku. Is probably one of my favorites actually for God Goku. I do also like the fact that this does, like you guys said, open up a bunch of new gateways and possibilities to run him in kind of a mixed Goku's family type of team where you can actually have Hybrid Saiyans and have, like, it kind of goes hand in hand, but like if you wanted him as the leader, you can technically do like a Hybrids Goku family build, or you can just do like a Hybrid Saiyans where you would include cards, I guess, like Trunks, but I don't think many people would do that. And also being a Pure Saiyans lead is another thing that I feel like really puts him above a lot of what we have now for Pure Saiyans. I mean, I still love the transforming Vegeta too and SSBE, but I don't know. I kind of like, for me, I just enjoy having certain leaders, and given that this is a leader and it's an LR, I feel like that would entice me to want to use it as the leader over the other 2. But overall, I don't think it's a card I'm necessarily going to chase, but if I were to ever have had him, he'd probably be my permanent leader for Pure Saiyans, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I really love... I've used him already. I don't have him, but I've used him. I'm as the team building expert over here, to my own horn. But I've been making a Pure Saiyans Realm of Gods team. And he's been really good on the team. Really, really good. His links are really good for the team. And he stacks defense and attack pretty good. It's 50% for 3 turns. That's pretty solid. I think he's good. I don't think he's the best LR ever. His stats definitely don't show that he's the best LR ever, but they're still pretty high. I mean, 18k, that's respectable. I mean, there's easy A's that can hit that, but that's all right. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Either
It's
way,
one of those things for me. Like, it's definitely a skip. That's for sure.
yeah, I don't recommend,
I agree.
like, unless you are a whale or seriously want this card, I'd say skip it. The banner, which we're talking about right now, is really not that fucking cool. I mean, it's just him and a bunch of other Gokus. And, you know, if you need this, it's up to you. I mean, these are really good cards on this banner. For sure, like the God, Tech God Goku and STR God Vegeta are, like, probably the two best cards on this banner. But yeah, what do you guys think?
Like I said in chat earlier, I'm just putting my shoes on, getting ready for all the skipping I'm doing on these banners.
Yep. Alec, Ty, you got anything?
Yeah,
So
the
for
banner
me,
for...
like... Oh, you
My
go
bad.
ahead, Jamie. You
No,
go.
it's all good.
Well, then for me, at least, like, the thing to remember is that while if you look at this banner just based on the units, there's obviously the good units. Like Ted Gaku, I always support and say is one of the best underrated cards in the game.
Definitely.
STR Vegeta, STR God Vegeta. It's God Vegeta, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Weirus in his own right as just a TUR is good. You got Gawastu and even the TUR West Supreme Kai. But you got to remember, all these units are on every single banner.
That's true.
Yep.
They're in the general
That is true.
population.
Exactly.
And
Yeah, don't let these-
Go ahead, sure.
No, it's all right. I was just gonna say, don't let these LRs fool you.
Yeah.
Don't get tricked into it.
That's actually kind of a good segue because I was going to talk about that too. One thing, especially with banners like this, is I feel like Dokkan does this intentionally to build the hype up for the character that's on there. But on top of that too, like I always tell people that for me personally, and I'm still gonna follow that trend no matter how long I play Dokkan, is I normally skip every legendary summon banner that there is. The
Mhm.
only time I didn't do that was on 3-year. And on 3-year, it was a lot different because I actually had no LRs. I made out with every OG LR in the game. But besides that, too, you know, the units, like Taisher said, makes a really good point. They're on every banner. And, you know, you have things like the Tech Godku, you have the God Vegeta, you have Weirus, who's not too bad either. You do have Gawasu, you have West Supreme Kai. Like, there's good units on the featured pool, but for the longevity of the gameplay and everything else like that, I feel like many players aren't going to summon on a banner like this unless, like Trevor said, unless you're one who has the ability to just summon on it endlessly and, you know, have all the funds to constantly summon. But overall, it's a good banner in my opinion in terms of what it has on it and what it's offering, minus like a few of the units. I guess like Strength Beerus for me, in my opinion, even though he does Easy A, and the Beerus as well. But there are a significant amount of decent SSRs on the banner. It's just not worth the summon, in my opinion.
Yeah,
So
oh, Alec, go on.
I would say I do have two final thoughts on the banner. First off, y'all are not giving any love to Strength Beerus, who just now got his Easy A on Global.
Mhm.
He's a decent unit.
Yeah, we'll
But
talk about that.
I think he's worth mentioning as part of the pool of units here. But the other thing is we know that there is a double rates LR banner coming with Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku. So if you are considering summoning on an LR banner before the 5-year, which I don't suggest, I would save and summon on the double rates LR banner over this banner.
100%.
Very true.
Yeah, and a quick, just so you guys can see like numbers of this. I mean, it literally says there's 206 SSRs that are unfeatured, and only 12 that are featured. And so like that math equals there's a 5% chance you'll get a featured. That's pretty low. Like, and not to think that all of these dudes are unfeatured. So I mean, higher chance of getting LRs, I guess specifically, but like I don't know if that's worth it, you know.
And even then, you have a better chance of getting type specific banners and on the Rising Dragon Carnival banners.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
if you're LR hunting, this banner is not. I mean, if you're LR hunting as a free-to-play player, stop.
Yeah,
Just stop.
that's true.
If you're LR hunting as a minnow dolphin, there's better places to invest your funds. If you're LR hunting it as a whale, go on with yourself.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep. All right, that's a good segue into the next banner, as my internet doesn't crash. Yeah, the intellect specific banner, where you only get intellect characters on this banner, and you get a bunch of other stuff as well. But these are the featured units for this banner. Notable here are the 2 support units that just got awakening from this banner, the intellect Gohan and Vegeta. But there's also some good units as well, like Rebrain just got her awakening the other day. Shinron just came out. Paragus is really good. Super Vegeta is really good. Best tank in the game for the Hercule. So overall, I think I like the banner. What do you guys think?
I mean, every unit on the banner is good. They're not insane. Brienne, for what she does for her team, is pretty insane. As a matter of subjective opinion. But again, outside of the Gohan and the Vegeta, all the featured SSRs are available in every single banner. But like I mentioned a little bit earlier, it's also a good place to try to pull for those legendary units if that's really what you're going for. If you're a free-to-play player, don't do that.
I would honestly say like it's the same thing as the legendary banner for me. Like obviously you have banner exclusive units with the Gohan and the Vegeta. Again, all the other units that are featured on here are good in their own right. And you get an Elder Kai on it. But at the same time, like, besides the Vegeta, besides the Gohan, like all those cards are on every single other banner. So it's again just an easy skip for me. Like especially with what's to come.
Yeah, I agree. Anthony, what you got?
No, I'm pretty much just in agreement with Alec and Taisha. I don't really have anything else to say other than it's a skip banner for me as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I like as much as I like the units on the banner. I probably wouldn't summon on either.
And then, as was brought up in chat, those units are available on blue coins. So if you do have blue coins for whatever reason, you can spend them on those units. But a lot of our free-to-play players, if they listen to the advice that we give, you're almost never going to have blue coins.
That's true. The banners aren't worth it. All right. So now we'll talk real quick about those 2 new support units, the Gohan and Vegeta. Again, my computer doesn't have an aneurysm. Okay, so here we go. First one up is the Gohan. He's the super support for that for mono for the intellect. So first off, he is in super intellect type Ki +4, HP attack and defense +120. That's pretty solid. And he raises attack and defense by 30% for 9 turns, so a pretty decent stacker, not infinite, but pretty alright. He gets a intellect type Ki +3 plus additional attack and defense +50 if they're super. So if you're using him as a lead, that's going to happen. He randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, except for intellect, obviously. 2 intellect key spheres, and then he gets attack and defense +20 per key sphere obtained. I think he's a pretty good unit. Like for me and Alec were talking earlier, it'd be pretty good for like Battlefield and stuff. But I don't know if I'd run him just on a regular team. But what do you guys think?
I think I want him so that way I can work him into my mono int LGE team, because 9 stacking turns is the best stack you can get outside of infinite stacking. Like,
Very true.
I'm 99% sure that's true. I don't think there's any unit that has a stack that goes above 9 turns other than the infinite stackers.
I'm pretty much in agreement. Honestly, I didn't really look at any of these units, so I'm kind of just going on by this is a first viewing for me. So anyone in the chat who may not know that, this is my first time actually seeing these units, and like I know I have both units, but it's the first time because I didn't awaken mine. This is like the first time I'm actually seeing what they do, like awaken. And honestly, Gohan's kind of I kind of like the way Gohan turned out in my personal opinion, because I like Trevor said, I don't think I'd use him on a mono team necessarily, but for Battlefield, he's definitely going to be a big help for sure.
Yeah,
and for those who struggle, I mean.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those units where, like, you wouldn't put him on a team normally, but when it comes to like longer standing like events or like ones where you need a bunch of units all at once, like Battlefield, he's definitely like one of those cards that you look and you're like, okay, I definitely need him, especially with what he can do. Just having a super, like his leader skill already is going to help you out with your mono team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like 120%. And yeah, that's really all I could say about him is that he's a good card for the harder events.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the event to farm a super attack is currently available.
Oh yeah, for the,
So
the STR, Gohan.
Yep. If you do pull him, you can do that. But I think the big thing that we need to kind of emphasize here, the fact that his support buff is ridiculous for his type.
Oh yeah.
I mean, 50% while restricted to his specific type. His 50% is ridiculous. That's what physical Kid Buu Easy A does 50%.
Yeah, and his does straight up.
Yeah,
for the same thing. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to Easy A this unit. You just have to awaken him, and then you have that crazy 50% buff.
Yeah.
I agree.
There you
Love
go.
the
He,
super attack thing too.
yeah, he would probably honestly might be a good support. Like we were talking about the punching bag earlier before the stream.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
would
yeah,
be really
he'd
good
be
for Intellect
phenomenal
Gohan.
for
Yeah.
Yep,
Intellect
he'd
Gohan
be
would get
phenomenal.
some.
Plus
But,
the fact that he's an orb changer, yeah, he's
Yeah.
basically built to be your support on punching bag.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, now let's move on to the extreme version of him, the Vegeta. Which, first off, I just love that card art. I don't know. Is that when he's killing Zarbon? Is that when that card art?
That looks like either Zarbon or I think it's Dodoria because he throws him up in the air.
Oh, okay,
It's
gotcha.
Dodoria.
But yeah, he raises attack infinitely. So there's that. He's also a 120 lead for extreme intellect type, so he replaces the Kid Buu for that lead. He's the same thing. Key plus 3 attack others plus 50 for extreme type. So like we get to say, he does give key plus 3 period, and then the additional attack was for 50 for extreme types, like Gohan does that too. He randomly changes key types to intellect, and he also has the attack and defense plus 20 per key sphere obtained as well. So it's basically the same.
Actually, if you click where it says Origin of Art, it shows you the exact panels, and yeah, it's him killing Dodoria.
Where is it? Oh, if you click that. Oh yeah, it says Vegeta kills Dodoria. Oh, that's cool. There you go. Yeah, but he's
I just learned something new about the wiki, guys.
there you go. But yeah, his super attack is also farmable all the time if you want with the Prime Battle Vegeta and movie hero Vegeta as well. So that's pretty chill. You guys have any additional thoughts about this guy, or?
I mean,
just that buff. I mean, think about the units that you can run.
Buff.
I mean, you put him under a lead of Int LR Cell. Okay. And you run a full extreme. You run a full extreme Int team. You can have units like Janemba. You can have
Bojack.
Bojack. Bojack's freaking phenomenal. You could pair him with the Paragus and Broly, and then they're both supporting each other. You know, the combinations that you can make. There's also, I think, a free-to-play Int Broly that you could throw on there. That's extreme. I mean, you could make a pretty solid extreme Int team out of this guy and roll through most of the game just mono.
Yeah, you could. I mean, this team would smash.
I'm just more in awe by how One Awakening and he can just replace so many units too. Like, I mean, like Alex said, he pretty much replaces like Kid Buu at this point, and it's just crazy to me. But I do also really enjoy like the small things in Dokkan. I do love his attack little statement there. The more we battle, the stronger we Saiyans become. I think that's a really unique thing to have on a unit, just in my opinion. It adds more life to the character, in my opinion too. But overall, he's just a ridiculous unit.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, when it comes to like we talked before about the punching bag event, this literally makes like the Int LR Gohan team for that. Like amazing.
Yeah.
Like you have your key changers right there. You could put, you have the LR into Gohan with Kid Gohan on the second rotation to if you get that lucky. But then you have Vegeta on the first rotation, do those orb changes really quick. You're getting the 50% boost the next turn with the Kid Gohan. Another key spear change. Like it makes the punching bag event for if you have the Int LR Gohan that much easier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, instead of because normally you just have like 18 or something. She would just change the orbs, but now you can have change the orbs and has key plus 3. I mean, that's even helping him out even more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I love him. I think he's good. I think they're both really good. Literally the only reason to summon on the banner would be these 2 units. But
you do have to admire that a little bit, though. They have stuck 2 units on this banner, and it's the only reason to summon. They're gonna make some money off of it for people. I mean, like, if I didn't know it was coming for the 5-year, I would be summoning on this banner because I don't have a copy of either one of these units, and I would like to have at least one.
Agreed, yeah.
But like I said earlier, got them shoes laced up, ready to do my skipping.
Yep, right. Shouldn't spend. Don't spend. Save up. All right. Now let's move on to some of the events or the campaigns that are out right now. First of which is the Filled with Energy campaign, where you can get basically just by playing the game. I mean, you're not doing anything special here. You get these little energy packets. I don't really know what they are, but like basically you get them and you can spin them into Baba Shop for a bunch of free shit. I mean, I've gotten 6 Kais from this already. I've gotten Android 8s. I've gotten orbs, training items. Like, oh my god, everything I ever need. I got Elder Kais from this already. Like, I got all kinds of stuff.
There's so much good stuff. Unfortunately, you don't earn enough stuff to buy everything, so you do have to pick. My personal philosophy is I do Kais, and then I'll work on orbs, and maybe I'll buy the keys, since keys are pretty limited as well.
Yeah, that's right, you can buy keys.
Same thing for me, honestly. I already bought like one whole set of Kais already, so... And then I bought some potential orbs.
Just one? Slacker, I cleared out my Kais already.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, man.
Hey, I'm working on it. I'm working on my second set right now, actually, so...
Yeah, but the missions are really easy. I mean, literally just, like, go do a growth... like, the dailies are like, go do the growth mission. Like, you're gonna do that anyway. Like, why? Obviously, every day. But yeah, that leads us into the second campaign for the Valentine's Day, which is really good. You get basically free copies of Infidel, Agile Mai, and Tech 18. You only get the one, which is kind of unfortunate, but... either way, if you don't have them, they're really good. Or if you just need that one extra dupe to Rainbow, that's pretty good. But you also get, it doesn't tell me, but I don't remember. But you get a bunch of stuff. You get like Princess Snakes.
Yeah, support items.
Yeah, support items. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And then the thing I like about this, and this is probably my favorite of special mission styles that they've done so far, because if you log in every day, you don't have to make a choice in the shop. You literally can buy everything. For 2,100 chocolates. So if you do the whole thing for the whole 7 days, you don't have to worry about which character to pick because you can pick them all. You don't have to worry about which support items to pick because you can pick them all.
Yep.
Which they need to do more like that. To be honest.
They
Definitely.
really do.
I agree.
Go on. Yeah.
The only one that I was missing from this whole thing, like to make my rainbow of all 3 of those, was Mai, and then I was like, oh hey. I need only one more Mai, and now my AGL Mai is rainbowed, along with my Infidel and my Android 18. So
yeah.
It's
also,
definitely worth it.
I don't know. We probably didn't talk about Videl last week, but she. We talked about the other Videl, the one with Gohan. That event, if you want to do it, is you can farm her super attack if you get the Videl.
Yep.
You can farm her super attack with that event. Also, she's also in what movie event is that? She's in an event right now where she's far easier.
Bio Broly.
Yeah, the Bio Broly event. Yeah, where she's
Bio Broly's not up right now.
Oh, it just left? Sad. Because that's what I was
you don't
farming
know
for
who's
her.
here.
Because it's hybrid Saiyan
Yeah.
boost, so it's way easier to farm than the Int one. But
Yeah, but currently
Either way.
the Int one's the only
Yeah.
one available.
rip. Okay, moving on. What do we have next on my tabs here? Oh, just upcoming events. I don't really know exactly what this includes, but let's see. We have
More or
upcoming
less to
events.
show kind of
Oh,
what's
here we
coming
go.
up in the next couple
Yeah.
of weeks. We're like the Triomite, the Go Forth Hero Justice, the Mighty Ones from Otherworld. Those are all returning events,
Mhm.
so we're not gonna dive deep into those. I mean, we'll talk about them a little bit next week, but
Yeah.
this is more just to give you kind of a heads up. So if you guys are trying to like use your keys to get certain things from these events, you guys know that you don't have to spend them because they're coming in a week.
Yeah. So things to talk about, I guess, that came out today. Because we didn't really talk about it. We touched upon it a second ago, but we have the STR Beers, who just got his EZA today, or yesterday, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. I guess today. Depends on what time zone you're at. But he's not terribly fantastic, but I mean he's better than he was. So he gets to become a worthy rivals lead, or I mean support. For key +2, attacking is +30, nothing fancy. He finally has some defense now, which he didn't have before, and he still has the high chance of attack +200. So he's okay. If you don't have, he's the only worthy rival support in the game. So, pretty good. Anybody have thoughts on this guy?
Like I was telling you guys before the show, I've pretty much written this character out of my brain on my original account, him enough to not only paths but also SA10 him. So he was kind of the thing that plagued me. So I literally forgot to even add him into the show notes for this week. So Trevor caught that and he's added him in here. He's a good unit. He is, especially on worthy rivals because he is that support. But also when his chance to proc his attack of +200%, dude can do some damage, especially now that he has easy A stats.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And if you have him Rainbow too, like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, his stats are good. Yeah, he's a
Oh, no,
he's decent.
It's down. It's down further for Rainbow EZA.
Oh, there's a Rainbow EZA? Oh, okay.
Oh no, I
Oh,
think.
okay.
Oh yeah, I guess they do it that way. I thought they
Yeah,
just
16.
changed it. But yeah,
No, they-
16,000. That's a hella good attack stat.
The only thing that sucks for him is that his defense stat is still very bad.
Oh yeah.
So he's basically a glass cannon. He's gonna hit like a truck, but he also gets hit like a truck.
Yeah. But I mean, he's a support unit, so you're kind of pushing him off rotation anyway. It's not like you're gonna keep him on.
I mean, he does get 100% defense as part of his passive, and then also he does gain the 30% defense from the other part of his passive. So 130% defense. He's not going to be like super reliable in something like Legendary Goku, but he's going to be fine in just about any other difficult event in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And man, does he have some attack links, dude. He's got Godly Power for 15, 10 for Prodigies, 10 more for the Innocents, 15 for Fierce Battle. That's pretty crazy.
Probably
get-
pairs well with LR Beers and
Oh, yeah, that's their... I'm pretty sure
100%.
that's his best linking partner, but we'll talk about that in the future in a second. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he links really well with it. But Beers, LR Beers isn't on Worthy Rivals, is he? Or is he?
No,
LR
I'm
Beer?
actually unsure.
No, the LR is not because it has Whis on there and we
Yeah.
master.
Okay, that's what I thought. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I would know one. You'd have him on Realm of Gods. This is a lot of when he came out on JP. This is what a lot of people were complaining about because his support isn't for the team that you'd put him on. Because like on Worthy Rivals, he doesn't link with anybody besides like Prodigies. Like that's it. and that's with Vegeta. So it's like so the team he supports doesn't really want him on the team, and then the team you would put him on, he doesn't have the support for it. So it's like it's weird. It's a really weird unit, but yeah, I don't know. I've been sitting on this unit for a while. I just like his card art. I like his animations. I just like him. But he's nothing crazy. But yeah, so also coming up here tonight, we have the 16th Ultimate Clash. Everyone's been super hype about this. I'm not a huge Battlefield guy, So I don't really know a lot of details on this. So if somebody wants to take this over, that'd be awesome.
Prepare for Jiren to destroy you. Like, be ready to have 2, maybe 3 teams to get past Jiren. He is
challenge accepted.
The absolute hardest end boss we've had so far. I only know what I know about this from watching the JP Dokkan tubers. But yeah, like, I know that even Truth, you know, Lord Whale of them all, with his Rainbow Squad, has had issues with this particular setup.
Wow.
And this is actually still the same setup that they're using in JP up through whatever one they're at. So get ready to face Jiren for a while.
Other than that, is this the rest of it fine? Is Jiren the only difficult one?
I mean, like, they're all difficult just because that's just the way the event is designed. But Jiren just is okay. So the best way I can describe it is like in an easy A. When you go from level 29 and you're like, okay, that was a struggle, but it wasn't so bad, to like level 30, and then you get completely wrecked. Yeah, that's kind of what Jiren is. Like, even Truth has said with all of his rainbows that he usually takes 2 teams to get through Jiren. So most of us can probably expect to need to have 3 or 4 teams to finish off Jiren.
Yeah.
Basically, when you're going through Battlefield this time, guys, is that make sure you're playing like as high of a level as you can, because you have to think about what you're doing the whole entire time. And a lot of people on my channel will give me shit because, like, I haven't always been the person that's always been like, oh, you know, let me think of this high caliber type of thing. Kenny can vouch for the fact that when I did SBRs the first time, I was doing stupid rotations and stupid bubble popping. When it comes to this Battlefield, you definitely need to make sure that you're looking at everything. Take the extra couple minutes to be like, what will happen if I do this, and think about what could happen. Like, it's gonna be a struggle. You guys are gonna do great though if you pay attention.
Yeah.
Also, make use of this website. I'm gonna link it in chat for everybody. But if you hover over each one of those icons next to the bosses, it tells you what the boss does. So you can specifically build your teams. Like, if you know that you have, with the Gohan one that's out right now, you know he is susceptible to be susceptible to be stunned, and he is susceptible for seals. So he also does a one-hit KO on Super. So stunning and sealing is going to get you through it.
I
So
agree.
I mean, it's just a matter of knowing what you're going up against and preparing the best you possibly can.
I agree. And also making sure that you have the proper, you know, units taking in the battlefield. Because I know sometimes you may, like, try to be evening out, like, okay, I can take about, what is it now, like 21 at least of each type. So you could do like 21 strength, AGL, physical, and tech.
Yeah.
With this one specifically, I know some people may not have enough to fill in all those requirements. So with this, definitely be aware that if you do not have units awakened, or like maybe TUR'd, definitely work on those units instead of just trying to say, oh, okay, so I have some free spaces, let me just throw in filler units. Definitely do not do that for this Battlefield. I feel like when Battlefield first came out, you were more, you know, you had more of the ability to do things like that. But this one specifically is going to be one that's a lot more mentally challenging and physically exhausting by the time you get to Jiren, to be honest. So
I will say real quick that there's only 2 agile units on the entire thing with Jiren. So don't waste your tech units on Nappa.
Exactly. I was actually going to bring that up too, so I'm glad that you cut me off to bring that up.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's all good. I mean, I'm glad that someone else other than me was going to touch up on that.
I always use Ginyu Force for the first stage. Well, technically I use Dragon Goku Int Goku Jr. as my leads, and then I run Ginyu Force units on the rest of the team, and I always take out the first stage with that team.
Yeah, that's really smart, because they're probably the worst units that you could use.
I mean, you're not really going to use them anywhere else. I mean, unless you like really Guldo to fill out your tech extreme team.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
actually, you guys, I heard the snickering. Guldo's not bad because he has the chance
Here
to
it
stun,
comes.
and he does do the attack lowering. So he's not phenomenal, but he has his uses.
Yes, I agree. Minus the snickering, I promise. I agree on that.
Yeah. So any last minute comments on this, or we good?
Just challenge accepted. Honestly, I'm willing to take on Jiren. Honestly, I'm gonna go in no fear. To be honest.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, and as we said last week, I'm pretty sure it was last week. Don't skip this. Like try
No,
your
don't.
yeah. I know we said, me specifically. I know I said, like even if you're a new player and you don't have that many units and your friends are telling you won't be able to beat it, fuck your friends. Try it anyway. You have to get as far as you can get, even if you only beat fucking Nappa and Piccolo. That's still some. That's still
It
stuff.
Still rewards you get out of it
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, and you still get stuff.
Out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, so don't skip this. Definitely try your best. But yeah, anyways, coming with this Ultimate Clash is your boy, finally, Mecha Frieza and King Cold. We did touch on this last week, right? This card?
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
a little bit. I don't think we like really dug deep into him, but
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, I'm soured on him just because of the reward structure of Battlefield.
Well, yeah,
It's
we did
just
talk about
irritating.
that.
We
Yeah.
did talk about that quite in depth, and I don't want to bring that back up. But
Yeah.
no, Mecha Frieza King Cold, he's a solid unit, like really solid unit. He's definitely worth the overinflated amount of Battlefield memories they're asking for him,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah, I like him. Lowers attack on regular super. His ultra raises extreme class allies. I like that. He's got attacking units plus 66% plus an additional attack plus 20 per wicked bloodline category ally on the team up to 60. Which, as Dokkan math works out, that is not actually 60. That's way higher. I don't know what it's going to be, but math. And then he gets Key plus 9 when there's a Super Saiyan category enemy, which Tyser said last week is like 90% of the game. So, quite a bit. Quite a bit of enemies will have that. He'll be definitely... I really don't know if I had him, like where I'd put him on my Wicked Bloodline team, but I feel like I need to put him on there somewhere. But I don't know what to do.
In my personal opinion, he is more than worth a spot on a Wicked Bloodlines team. His links are good for that, you know, and not only that, but think of it from a logical standpoint. If you have a Wicked Bloodlines that is all the Frieza race, you gotta have King Cold there somehow, some way. Like, just think about it. It's King Mother effing Cold.
Yeah, I agree.
Gotta have the whole fam family in there, right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
You gotta have King Cold, Frieza, and Cooler. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
If you're not playing like that, you guys are doing something wrong. You have to enjoy.
Exactly.
You have
What
to.
about-
You
what
have
about-
to
what about
enjoy
Grandpa
making
Chill?
the what if teams.
Yeah, you gotta have chill. You gotta have
We
chill.
You gotta have Grandpa Chilled in there, man.
Gotta
We
have
need
into like chill.
like
That-
a good
No.
one.
Chilled
Chilled-
is probably the one character, in my opinion, should be wiped from the existence.
It's all good. He's
Yeah.
chill.
It's all good. It's chill.
I want
It's chill.
to.
But
I hated that second Bardock special so much. It was so terrible.
yeah.
The only thing I liked was the Super Saiyan design. That was
It's
it.
the only thing anybody liked from.
Yeah, but he's good. If you've been lacking or you've been stacking up Battlefield points for, you know, if you're a tryhard, then definitely get him for sure. If you've probably been saving up for this guy for years now. But new players are gonna have a struggle. We talked about that last week, but we won't talk about that too much further. But we're moving on from that. But yeah, definitely good. I recommend using him. I don't know what his attack thing says because it's Japanese apparently. Anyways, moving on. So the next thing we're gonna touch briefly on is the reveal of this. What are your thoughts on this?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
I think Tyster's excited.
I think Tyster's excited.
No, of course not. What do you mean?
So, if you guys don't know what this is a leak of V-Jump that just came out this morning, or last night. I don't know. I don't keep track on it. I just found out about it this morning. This is the Bardock Squad given to us in the same manner as the Ginyu Force. So each day you'll have a unit with its own orbs to farm up, Monday through Friday. And then when you complete those units, awaken them, 100% them, all that jazz, you will get an LR Bardock Squad card. I think the most exciting thing, in my opinion, is the potential that this could give us a new low-class Warriors league.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I agree.
Which would be amazing.
Even if it's just like the Ginyu Force one where it's only 100%, that beats out the AoE Raditz with his 40% and 80% attack.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Agreed.
I'm very excited for this. One other thing is that written inside the text, unless you can read Japanese, I can't confirm this 100%, but someone told me that it says specifically it's coming to the JP side of the game for Saiyan Day, which leads to the possibility that we might not have a joint celebration for Saiyan Day. I hope that's not the case, because usually V-Jump doesn't talk about global at all. So I think that may just be the case here, but just prepare yourself in case we don't have a joint celebration for Saiyan Day.
The only thing I can say is that, well, when it comes to the Saiyan Day thing, as excited I am about this, like, it would be a massive disservice, and I'm not going to call global Shat, because we already know what's going to happen if this doesn't come. We're going to get it anyway, and that doesn't make it a Shat, it just means, like, hey, that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But for me, I look at this and I'm like, Saiyan Day does not come 6 months after Saiyan Day happens for JP. Saiyan Day is Saiyan Day. So
Agreed.
if we don't get this, we're gonna get something out of it. But
Yeah.
I'm 99.9% sure we are gonna get this the same time that JP gets it. And the fact that it's the Bardock Squad just makes me all that much happier. I am.
Can we just talk about that TUR art, like, over all the other ones though? Like, honestly, that art specifically on this unit, I might, like, if he's a droppable card, like, well, I mean, I'm assuming he is. He's gonna be like that, like a free. I might just have to farm an LR and a TUR just for the sake of the art. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, the Bardock is its own card.
Kind of like Captain Ginyu is, you know?
Like the Ginyu Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even still, just the fact that we actually get something for low-class warriors, like, regardless of if it's a lead or not, like, the fact that we get these low-class warrior cards that are actually, like, gonna be a cohesive, like, team is what makes me happy, because I've been complaining about how there's low-class warrior category, world tournament category, all these categories that we have with such wonderful moments in the show, like, are being tossed aside for, like, these brand new categories, and now we're finally getting to see some sort of evolution of these categories. Like, look at that freaking LR.
Yeah, right. They're all just standing there like, yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
Fuck
I mean,
with us.
even if they don't end up being like a low-class Warriors lead, you know for a fact every single one is gonna end Warriors category. So at least the category is gonna get some love.
At least you'll be able to make a team, and they're all free to play. That's the best part.
Exactly.
They're not summonable, so everybody can have this, no matter what, and it's gonna be super easy, super chill.
We've had Ginyu Force for what, 2 years?
A long time.
Came out during the 3-year anniversary. Okay, so a 2-year-old free-to-play team is still carrying most people. Jordan game. What do you think a 2020 free-to-play team is going to carry us through?
Oh, this team's gonna blow Ginyu Force out of the water.
This team's gonna smash, bro.
Like, my whole thing is that, you know, whenever, like, one of my friends or anybody that comes to my channel is like, hey, I just started Dokkan, what should I do? The first thing I always tell them is farm the Ginyu Force. Because that team will carry every single fucking new player through almost every single event.
Oh yeah.
90% of them. Now, now I'm gonna be like farm the Bardock Squad.
Yeah. So I hope that his name is, I don't know, like Bardock and then parentheses Team Bardock. That's what I want.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
They're Dokkan is just firing on all cylinders right now. I think this year is the year for Dokkan on what is going on, whether it's JP or global. Like, oh my gosh.
My guess is that the LR will probably be called the Bardock Squad.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Or Bardock and his
friends.
squad or something like that.
What if it just names them all individually? Bardock and
that. They may even do that, but either way, we know the LR because it makes the 6th card for the team, so you know you're going to be able to free play units together. But if it is a low class Warriors lead, you can also run the Giants.
You could.
I mean, all of mine are rainbowed. Literally, the entire Bardock squad that goes grade 8, every one of them is rainbowed, including AGL Tapia.
So, I mean, they're not the greatest units in today's game, but I still love the Giants. I think they're fun.
I do too.
The
Agreed.
Giants just bring that unpredictable factor to it, to where like
It's just
am
fun.
I gonna transform this next turn? And when you do, you get so hyped. You're like, yes, 2 to 3 turns of me not having to deal with bullshit.
I beat Giant Super Battle Road with a 69% Tapion, a 55% LR Baby, and then the rest of the units were the Bardock Squad at 41%.
That's awesome. That's great. But yeah, as we've said, we're all super hyped about this. I feel like everybody in Dokkan, everybody in DBZ is fucking hype about this. So this is something we've been looking for a long time. Just something like this to come out.
100%.
So yeah, whether this happens on JP or Global, I will be sad if it doesn't come to Global anytime soon. But I'm just happy it exists. You know,
I am too.
I'm one of those guys. But yeah. Anyways, moving on to probably the biggest news of the day is the Legendary Goku event has new missions, guys. New missions. Now we don't have to waste our lives on this event training teams. Now we can actually earn stuff. So as far as I'm aware, they reset these defeat Goku missions, so you can redo those again to get those stones and tickets, if I'm not mistaken. If someone will correct me anytime if I'm wrong.
Sorry, what was that?
Wow. Okay, not even paying attention.
I was in chat. Sorry.
These defeat Goku phases, they refresh those, right?
I thought that they refreshed those, but I think I might have been confusing that with Infinite Dragon History. I think these phase ones might actually be new. I'm pretty sure someone in the chat can correct us. But yeah, I know there were the phase clearing ones for Infinite Dragon Ball Histories, but I don't know if there were these phase ones when we first got.
Oh, so these are just new in general. Okay. Well, either way, new stuff. New stuff. I earned all of these already, so that's dope sauce. But yeah, so if you haven't done LGE yet, what are you doing? Now we have category team to make it.
They might be new.
They might be new.
Have a ton of stacking units.
That's right. They might not.
Really kind of what you need to get through this.
Yeah, this is in game status. But yeah, so now we have team categories. So yeah, does anybody have any thoughts about this so far before we get into in depth?
I'm just eating a senzu bean because I'm dead right now.
Like, I'm glad that they're adding missions to this. I am, but if I could take that one side, I want to say, where's my legendary Vegeta event? Where's my legendary Frieza event?
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Like for me, like I when it comes to this event, I have such a disdaining hate for this goddamn event. And not because it's bad, the event is good, but oh my gosh, there have been times when I'm like right just about there, and somehow, some way, Goku messes me up.
Yep.
It gives
mean,
me
he
something
is
to
the
do,
fighting
but
legend.
I absolutely hate. Oh my god. But no, like for me, like I thought I was done with this stupid torture, and now I gotta go back into it.
I haven't even started it, so.
Oh, I played through like and got all the tickets and all that stuff, and I was so happy to be in. I'm like, I don't have to touch it anymore. I'm done. I could just go into information, and I could be like, you guys, I did it. It's over, and now I gotta fucking do it again.
Yeah, but on the other coin of that, people like Alec over here have been literally no-lifing this event for months.
I knew
So-
it was coming.
And we'll have proof of that. You guys ready for the proof already? So this came out yesterday, right? When these missions came out. So this is what Alex already done. Okay, Alex already beat it with the Realm of Gods team. There's this proof of that. So there's that. This is his team. If you want to copy it, feel free. He already beat it with Realm of Gods. He already beat it with Transformation Boost. He already beat it.
Technically, it's Transformation Boost, but there's not a Transformation Boost there.
Yeah, technically. This is the Universe Survival Saga. He beat it with this. 34 minutes.
There's my girls.
And then we have... which one was this? Full Power. Right, this is a full power team with Kamehameha as the lead.
I think Alex just wanted to flex on me about how he has fucking
Alec
Cell and Gohan. This is all just flexing.
Alex flex. But yeah, so it's definitely achievable. Maybe not all of them. I'm not really sure how you're gonna do movie bosses. Good fucking luck to you. But we do have a little system where we can help you make some teams. Okay. I don't want to take credit for this website because I didn't make it, but this website has been helping me for months. Honestly, this is my whole life. Alec is the wiki guy, and I'm this fucking website guy. Which we could put a link for it in chat later. But basically, what this does is you pick a unit, right? So we'll say Super Saiyan God Goku here just came out, right? You pick him. And then it will give you the best linking partner for this unit. So, like, oh, okay, so Super Saiyan God Goku, or Blue Kaioken Goku is his best linking partner. You click him, and it will literally tell you what his links are that they link together with. So he links with Super Saiyan, Warrior Gods, Godly Power, over in a flash, right? So that's him. And if you, okay, so he also has 5 for Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and it tells you what links they link with. And it'll go all the way down to 2 links they share with that unit. So you can make teams focused around a unit. You can see units that have common links. But yeah, it'll even go further to that, we just talked about earlier before the Discord. You can sort for those links. So say, oh, I only want people who are agile, and I only want them to be Realm of Gods, and I only want them to link with Warrior Gods, if you want to be crazy. And look, there you go. There's units like that. So you can go really, really hardcore into units specifically, but that's the main point of this. But there's also a tool here to where you can pick categories, and it'll tell you what categories these units share. So say, like, you did Transformation Boost with Future Saga lead, right?
Yep.
So there's Transformation Boost. We'll pick Future Saga right here, and it will tell you everybody who shares that category, which apparently is this G's4, but but it's Trunks is a super lead. Yeah, Trunks is a super lead. But you can do all kinds of stuff. Like this is how I did my movie with Transformation Boost and Artificial Life Forms when I made a video for that. I just went in here and was like, all right, what can I make? And so you can see Cell, Baby, Boo, most of them. You can do all kinds of crap. So you want to do? I've been making my Pure Saiyans Realm of Gods team. So let me find either one of those. Pure Saiyans, Realm of Gods, and now we can see. Okay, here's that. These two are all these units will only be on those categories, like Realm of Gods, Pure Saiyans. There you go. So it's really easy to be like, oh, I can make a team with that, or oh, I can't, not enough units, or whatever. It's really good to mess around, make some teams, help you out if you don't know, it's just really good. I don't know if are you guys familiar with this? Am I the only one?
You actually introduced it to me, and I've been playing around with it a week and a half now, and it's helped me a lot as far as thinking more in depth about different link skills that I don't normally think about. Because like I'm not really a huge so long as they get a super attack, I don't care. So I usually only worry about key links, but I've gotten a lot better because of using this site about thinking about my defensive links and my attack links as well.
Yeah, well, again, with the filter, you can just link for look, he's got over and a flash shattering limit. Who links with just those? There you go. They'll only show those. So there you go.
It's actually crazy. This is like my first time too seeing this site. I'm on board actually.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys have the links, but I'll go ahead and copy the link.
Oh, I'm bookmarking this website.
And put it in chat.
I put it in chat earlier. I'll throw it in
Okay.
again.
So there's the link for the chat right there.
My whole thing about this is, why has nobody else talked about this?
I know, right?
Like,
you're welcome.
This is the first time I've heard of this, and I'm just like, what the fuck? This has been out here the whole entire time?
I don't know when this was made, and I don't even remember how I found this. I think Test Doba told me about this.
Shout out to Test then. Jeez,
I think that he showed me this. I might be mistaken, but this website's crazy, dude.
According to the copyright at the bottom of the website, it says 2017. So I don't know if that's the copyright for the hosting of the site or if that's the copyright for the content of the site.
I don't know, but it updates pretty fast. I mean, God Goku's already out. He came out yesterday, and the links and stuff are already here. So, it's I mean, you can literally search up anybody you want. Let's just search up Boo, right? He always has trouble. Let's find.
Sorry, but Sabo's reaction in our chat is exactly how I feel right now.
But yeah, we'll just he has no look. He's got Fear and Faith, so let's find key links for. There you go. So we got Fear and Faith for. You can link with key links for Boo if you need to.
I didn't even know that. I didn't know that Janimba freaking has 4 links with transforming Super Boo.
Yep, there you go. He's got
That's ridiculous.
Brutal Beatdown, Metamorphosis, Fierce, and Fear.
Just changed the entire way I play this game.
I thought this would be pretty crazy, but yeah, I've been using this for a while now, guys. A long time.
I'm gonna have fun.
But yeah, I mean, I just mess around. I'm like, okay, cool. Who links with him? Okay, cool. Oh yeah, okay, cool. There you go. Done. Magic. It's super fun. It's really good because people, especially I mean, I'm not the one for the optimal teams, right? But this could be a way to help you on your optimal way, because people are like, oh well, I want to focus on my one, like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? Who links best with him? So you just pull up Goku real fast. Let me find him. Where is my boy? There he is. And be like, okay, who links best with him? Obviously Vegeta, but we're not going to count that. But there's quite a bit who link with him really well. Look, did you know LR Gohan links with him that well? No, you didn't. No, you did not know that. But there you go. Vegito. There you go. Super Saiyan, calling up Pepper Battle. He's even got key links with him. I'm saying, dude. This is mind. It's opening. It's opened so many doors.
Can I just say it's funny how SSJ4 Vegeta links better with SSJ4 Goku than SSJ4 Goku Full Power?
Yeah.
How does that make sense?
Because they're just copy pastas of each other, basically.
So he has Saiyan Lineage, Shock, and Speed. He has everything except Saiyan Pride. They're perfect linking partners except Saiyan Pride. That's it. This is ridiculous.
Dude,
That is true. He does share
blown by
Legendary
this.
Power. I forgot about that, Levi.
Yeah, Legendary Power. But yeah, it's pretty. Yep.
No,
Now you know.
This side is crazy.
So yeah, I've been doing this. This is what I use to make teams. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it and make some good teams with it.
I'm actually kind of mad you waited until like 4 weeks to tell me about this.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've known about it.
Levi's the same exact boat.
And
I haven't
decided-
told anybody.
I decided not to say anything until it was Trevor's turn to host because I thought it would only be fair if he was the one who reviewed this to the global gang.
Yeah, no, that's true.
This is my only thing. This is my thing. Like that's all I have for me. is this site. I'm like, it's my bread and butter. But yeah, so enjoy
You're
the.
supposed to open with your big trick, dude.
Yeah, I know. Oh well, now everybody knows. Also, Alec, you were talking about you can do DBZ space to make teams as well. So
Yeah, there's a team builder function on DBZ Space where you can like actually like, I don't think it's actually on, like there's a link to it from DBZ Space, but you can like actually like drag units onto the field and you can see how many links they have with each other. It becomes like this big graph and it's actually kind of really useful for helping set up rotations.
Yeah, I didn't pull that up, like find it or anything. So if you want to post that in chat, you can do that.
Yep,
But,
I will do that right now.
Yeah, so that could also be a good way to help you build guys. And obviously, this is all to help you guys with LGE specifically, but you can use it for anything you want, just making teams. Because I know me for sure, but I'm pretty sure Alec as well. We just like to mess around and make weird teams or like theme teams, that have no business being teams at all, but we make them anyway. So this is a way that we can do stuff like that. So you can make teams that you would think wouldn't go together, but then their links are fantastic. So, speaking of the devil, Test is here. Hey, Test. How's it going, man?
Senor Dova.
But yeah. Anyways, there don't really have a whole lot left to talk about.
Except for this giant team building thing we're actually going to talk about. We're going to talk about each set individually. We're going to go on to the categories and talk about which units are
oh yes,
maybe not the absolute best, but are at least noteworthy. We're not going to spend like a year on this because this could literally take
forever.
Yeah, we could probably do 4 hours just on these teams listed right here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Fusion's probably going to be our hardest one.
Definitely.
There's a significant lack of defense, not even just stacking, just defense in general. This will become a lot easier after the 5-year, for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
You can go, Gita.
Is it because Fusions gets Vegeta?
Yeah. Is that Vegeta, whichever one? You're just gonna do this to me, aren't you?
Oh yeah, you can't live it down now.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Like I always say, whenever it happens, I always own tails, right? I literally can never remember which one's Gogeta and which one's Vegeta. I really can't. Like, you'll hear it when I talk about the 3-year units. I talk about the Fusion and Patara LRs from the 3-year. I never call them by name because I literally cannot remember. But yet, I could pull out things like, oh yeah, that light guy that Goku killed in Babidi's ship, his name was Yakan.
Yeah, right.
I could do that. I literally, Vegito and Gogeta, they are in my head the exact same character.
Oh man.
But yeah, so anyways, back on topic. The only thing I can even think about, I don't know if any of these units stack anything. I think Gogeta, the LR Gogeta coming out on JP, has an attack, but
a Gotenks from the World Tournament, I believe a Tech Gotenks from the World Tournament. Do not rely on him
this
at
one?
all. I haven't.
No.
I haven't rainbowed.
This one right
there.
Yeah,
the regular Gotenks. Nope, up one. That one.
Yeah, the Tech
so
one.
he infinitely stacks his attack and defense. He's useless. He's useless in this event. Even when I have him at 15 additional, and he cannot build. His stats are so low he cannot build fast enough by the time you get to UI to not get one shot.
That's a rip. One shot normal attack or one shot ultra?
No,
or super?
one shot ultra.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Attack. Yeah. I think some honorable mentions here are the intelligence. This is where I'm gonna get bad with names. I think it's Gohanks.
Oh, Gohanks.
One from the Dragon Ball Heroes, and then the agility teen Gotenks.
Because they lower attack and seal.
Well, they link really well together. The agility one he'll do low attack and defense, and then the other one gets additional supers if the target has its attack or defense lowered, and then they both stack their attack and defense as part of their passive up to like 80% every time. Like it stacks. Like I think it's 20% up to 80% every time they super.
Oh yeah, that's true. That does happen.
So they do have a little bit of a stacking built into their passive, which is different, but it's also tied to their super attack. So it's a little strange, but they build up enough to the point where they can take a super attack, but they're not gonna like take it really well. You're still gonna need to use items.
Right.
Yeah. If you're me and make really bad decisions early on in your Dokkan career, you could use your Rainbow Gotenks, because mine is 21 evasion because I'm stupid. Because I rainbowed him before he had an awakening, so I thought, oh, he's just a support unit, so I just went full evasion. And he evades like a baller now. But
yeah, with a 40% dodge chance.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Oh no, it'd be 20%. My bad. 20%
Yeah,
dodge.
It's not that high, but yeah, you could do that. Or if you want to rock Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, he has a chance to counter, right? Because he's Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah.
So he can counter super attacks maybe if you're lucky as shit, but
keep him off rotation.
Yeah.
On in UI, and then anytime he's up, you damage.
Yeah.
Him,
Could save your life maybe once or twice.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then AGL Gogeta is obviously
also
a good pick here.
This is the time where I want to ask this question, because the millions of times that I've ran this event, the times I've streamed this stupid event, I've never actually kept track of it. Can units that have a chance to evade counter a super attack do that against int UI? I don't think they can. Like, I don't think LRSS4's 30% chance, I don't think that works, because I think it counts as an evasion. I don't think they can do it. I don't think they can counter the super attacks. But if somebody in chat knows, please, clarify.
I never.
But I'm 99% sure I've never seen it happen.
Well, I've never brought those units onto the event, so I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm not crazy.
Honestly,
you just gotta believe.
You just got to believe.
Like I run LRSS4 Goku on LGE all the time. He's great. You get him a super attack, you get him an ultra super attack. He floats into third spot perfectly.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
But yeah, we'll move on to the fusion's gonna suck. Good luck. I don't. Batar is one of the easier ones for sure, I think.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stacking options to Batar.
Yeah, Batar is really good, really good. So first off here, obviously LR Vegeta Blue. He's he's free to play, so probably the best one you can get. There's a lot like Vegeta, Candy Vegeta over here. He can stack. Vegeta Blue stacks. Tur version stacks, which is what I got going on.
Candy Vegito and Tech Vegito are very, very good units, but they become liabilities against.
Oh, definitely.
Against int UI. Even if you keep Candy Vegito on rotation and stack him, he will not get one shot.
Yeah.
He will not get one shot, especially if you feed him really well, because he gains that defense per orb picked up.
Mm-hmm.
But I have never had luck trying to no item with Tech Vegito Blue.
Yeah.
Because he has no passive defense. So literally you're just building 20% off of his base defense every time he supers. Sure, you can super up to 4 times a turn, but he has no additional defense in his passive to help boost that number even higher.
Yeah. Plus he hits really fucking hard, which is honestly is a bad thing in this event, because you'll start clearing the stages too fast, and it won't give your nobody enough time to stack defense.
If your strategy is to build as well, yes, then you want to do as little damage as possible, and Tech Vegito Blue is going to kind of work against that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Intellect Goku Black's also a good pick here. He greatly raises defense every super, but again, he doesn't have any innate defense stack or defense stat just like Vegeta Blue, so he's going to be kind of similar in that, but he'll raise it faster than Vegeta Blue will, I think.
Yeah, but, honestly, when I did LGE with just Patara just to get it through, because honestly Patara is just that good. And I'll tell you this, if you can stack into Goku Black in the early stages, like try and hold off on the first stage and get that stack going, like this dude tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Like at one point I think I got really lucky, and he tanked a super from UI Goku, and I was like, oh my god, this unit in this instance is god tier.
Yeah.
Or at least that's just my personal opinion on that.
Yeah, he's really good in this event, for sure. But yeah, Anthony, do you have any thoughts? Been kind of quiet over there.
Nothing really to put into it. Like I said, I haven't even started the farm for any of this stuff, so I'm just.
So
Yeah.
Anthony's just like, I'm gonna chill back here. I'm gonna let you guys who know take care of it all.
I'm just waiting for the time where I'm like, okay, I just got done eating some senzu beans, so I'm feeling refurbished now a little bit. And then I think when my phone's done charging, I'm gonna go try it again for LGE. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just gonna stay quiet because there's literally I just don't know what I could do for this. Honestly,
my offer
I'm
still
so
stands.
lazy.
I'll man in the chair you for a stream one day. Like we'll get into your stream. I'll jump into Discord. Do it like Friday. I could do it tomorrow, except for I forgot that I have a dentist appointment tomorrow. But like Friday we could do it, and I can help walk you through your first LGE.
Let's go.
I'm totally all about it.
I've done the first clear. I just haven't done it with like the categories, like how they revamped it, basically.
Yeah,
like
no,
I haven't tried
I'll
to
help you
beat
out.
it without the restrictions.
I mean, if anytime you want my help, dude, I'm there. I got it.
I got you, and I appreciate it.
Just call Manny, I'll be there.
Yeah. But yeah, next is Hybrid Saiyans. Is another team you got to try to beat it with. Probably not that bad. I've been using Super Saiyan or Transforming Trunks as a lead. Because he stacks attack and defense. So solid. But doesn't Ultimate Gohan, or I mean Future Gohan, doesn't he stack defense too?
I don't know. I didn't pull for him.
I mean, I didn't pull for me, but if you have him,
I did tickets, but I didn't get him. So.
Yeah.
He greatly raises defense for
One turn.
one turn. Yeah.
Which will be enough to survive the super, so you'll still need items. He's definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a pretty decent number of defensive stacking units, especially if you think about the two free-to-play Trunkses, the Great Saiyan Man and the Kid Trunks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pointing out the obvious right there.
Yeah. Great Saiyan Man. Wherever he is.
There's right there at the top there, Great Saiyan Man, and
yeah.
I don't know where
Right.
Trunks is.
There's a
He
Great
doesn't
Saiyan
go
Man.
to UR. He doesn't go to UR, or he only goes to UR. He doesn't go to TUR. I know.
Yeah.
that.
Oh, here he is. He's
Right.
right here. He's chilling.
So
This little dude. Yeah, they're both
Yep.
free to play. Mhm.
they're both free to play. They're both infinite defense stacker. Super Saiyan 3 Trunks from Dragon Ball Heroes.
Oh, the agile
He
one.
stacks. Yeah, I believe he stacks up to 9 times.
Yeah,
He
he
does,
stacks
yeah.
9 times. Yeah.
So he's a good option. I have him at 55%. I use him quite a bit.
I mean-
GoPros isn't bad, but you'll need items during
Yeah.
during the int phase, and you'll need to hide the GoPros during the int phase as best as you can.
Definitely.
Hmm.
Definitely.
But by the time you get there, they'll have activated their full passive.
Yeah.
Unless you have bros like me.
Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah, I don't have them either. I will say, just throw it out there, this GT Trunks greatly raises defense when he supers. His defense set's kind of garbage, so it's not really going to help you out. But if you have nothing else, he's good
Yeah.
enough, right? He raises the defense for the turn.
Strength Trunks.
Oh, yeah.
Super
This guy.
Saiyan Red Handkerchief.
Yeah. Future Trunks. Reduces
Yep,
damage by
that one.
40%.
And he
50%,
stacks his
yeah.
defense for 3
Yes.
turns or 6 turns, something like that.
3 or 6, one of the two. I don't remember. But
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah,
Yep.
he's another great option to put it. Don't take B-Pan.
Do not take B-Pan.
You may think that her healing will help you, and it will. It will. It will for about the first 3 phases, and then
Oh,
she
yeah.
stops doing damage.
She will get you killed.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure if this Future Gohan stacks, right? I swear one of them stacks. I swear it. I swear it.
He does something with his defense. I was thinking about putting some orbs into him and testing him out.
Yeah, I don't have him, but I'm pretty sure he stacks something.
I have
important.
him.
He raises defense by 30% for one turn.
Damn.
Yeah.
And
He does-
also,
he also has defense in his passive as well. I
yeah,
believe.
he does.
Oh,
He
is that what it
raises
is? Okay.
Defense up to 100%. The less HP remaining, the better the boost.
Oh, okay. Well, not great. But
And yeah, it's the Scarf Android 17 Scarf Trunks is 6 turns. For clarification, I know someone was asking about that earlier.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but Hybrid Saiyan shouldn't be too difficult. I think it's done. It's done.
I could be sitting here with my game open and sorted through the categories we're looking for and talk units that way.
Yeah, right. Next up here is Universe Survival Saga.
Hell yeah.
Universe Survival Saga is going to be one of the easier to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got Kaioken Goku. A lot. I have never beaten it with this team, but
I'm probably gonna attempt it first with this team, minus the fact that I don't have Go Frieza or KC. So
Universe Survival Saga is one of the ones that I did.
Yep.
We had that screenshot where I did it.
Mhm.
During that, my Rainbow Kaioken Goku, I used his Spirit Bomb against Int UI and did a 9.1 million crit. I have a screenshot of that up on my Twitter as well.
Yep.
Not to plug my Twitter. But
at Alec Hunter 1982.
But yeah, I mean the units that I use on that team, like a lot of people are like, why would you use Int Bodamagetta? Well, Int Bodamagetta stacks his defense. Let's see here.
30%.
30% for 6 turns, and then on top of that, he has guard activated against all attacks when your hit points are 80% or below, which is massive. He also has 100% defense inside of his passive as well. Tech Android 18, she gains attack and defense off of every orb that she picks up, and she stacks on super attack for 3 turns.
Yeah, 3 turns. Mm-hmm. The opposite of 17.
6 turns, sorry.
Oh yeah,
She
6
stacks
turns.
for
Okay,
turns.
yeah. But she changes the orbs
obviously
for herself as well.
Yep, and Kale and Caulifla are an obvious choice, as well as Bergadmo.
Or Godmo.
If you have them,
Yeah.
Hashtag KNC.
Other phenomenal choices would be
KNC.
Tech Kale and Strength Caulifla.
Yeah, these guys.
No, it's
No,
Tech
flop
Caulifla
that.
STR Kale.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tech
flip
Khalifa, STR Kale. This one right here.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
They stack.
STR Kale gets a bunch of extra super attacks and she stacks her attack and defense, and then Tech Caulifla, she'll dodge the whole time until you get to Int UI. I don't have either one, which is
I don't have either one of them either. Yeah.
What
But
was so funny about Tech Caulifla coming out was that when the LGE event came out on JP and they also got Tech Caulifla, they made all the memes where UI Goku's biggest enemy is Tech Caulifla because of how much he actually dodges.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I mean, the nice thing about her is she's also an infinite stacker.
Yep.
On her super attack. So again, by the time you get to, she probably will be fine even eating a super attack, but it really depends on how much damage you've done or how many times you've super attacked with her.
Right.
Yeah. I will say, if you don't have any of these units, a semi-decent pick is Agile Godku. For 2 reasons. He doesn't have any defense, so we don't even talk about that. But he's a floater for sure. Hide him if you have him. But he does infinitely stack attack, and he is Kaioken Goku's, which will be probably your lead. He's best linking partner for him. So if you want to run that, that's not the worst thing ever.
Right.
Just throwing that out there. Evolution Vegeta is also a pretty decent pick. His defense is okay. He's also a hide the super as well. But yeah, they're not bad. Not bad. But yeah, I don't really have a whole lot. My Universe Survival Saga team sucks ass, so I'm not even gonna talk about it.
I mean, Universe Survival Saga. I mean, if you have the right units, it's a fairly easy. If you don't have the right units, it's gonna be very.
Yeah. Next up is Realm of Gods, which Alec has already beat as well, because he's tryhard. But yeah, this is a pretty decent category, I think, for this. You got quite a bit of stackers as well here.
Yeah, I just really want to point out here how nice that these are, not no item missions.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why I had to ask. 'Cause I
Like-
was like, you guys are talking about no iteming it, and I'm like, I don't get too.
that's
Yeah.
kind of my benchmark, the way I've played that.
Yeah.
But it's very nice to go into these and just be able to take a team and play and not have to have the stress of not using an item.
Yeah, that's true.
I just want to point that out because,
Mhm.
I mean, anybody who watches my streams has watched me fail Legendary Goku so many times because I'm just like, I'm not using an item.
Yeah.
So it's very nice to just be able to go into something like this, put together a team that you know is not going to know item, but just go through and have fun with it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I think Realm of Gods was probably the most fun that I've had in LGE so far. And it's specifically because of the tech Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, sorry, and the physical Super Saiyan Blue Goku.
Oh, the infinite stack orb changers?
The Infinite Stack or
Yeah.
rotations of each other, and it doesn't matter as long as you don't buy a super attack somewhere, you're healing up to full basically the next turn.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, because their
nice.
defense is so great, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, Realm of Gods is chill, for sure. I haven't beat it yet,
Yeah.
but I'm almost there. Don't worry.
I'm making the attempt to eventually start working on these, but as it still stands, I've not budged yet. But we'll get there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save these for next week, and so that way I can take the time and go through and talk to you guys and be like, help me.
Yeah.
I will man in the chair any of you guys. Swear to God.
But yeah, next up here is the Pure Saiyans, probably the easiest, I would say. Because you have easily a full team of infinite defense stackers.
Yeah, I mean you have so many options. It's not even.
Yeah,
Again, we get to point out that there's a really great option in those two Super Saiyan Blue units we were just talking about.
Mhm.
But here's the really fun part, guys. You could super cheese this event, reverse your transforming Vegeta. Reverse your transforming Goku.
100%.
Reverse those guys. They never stop stacking their D.
Yep.
So like if you don't have Kalen Caulifla, if you don't have I can't think of other ones off the top of my head at the moment that are like really good stacking units that are phenomenal for Pure Saiyans. If you don't have the two SS Blues that we were just talking about, if you have Transforming Vegeta and you have Transforming Goku, reverse those guys, slap those on Pure Saiyans. They're phenomenal for this event.
Mhm.
That's how I got through it originally the first
free-to-play
time.
options. You have great free-to-play options in the Goku Gohan and the Vegeta Trunks because they're both infinite stackers as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's also just good like defense units in general if you don't have the infinite stacks. But like you could use Super Saiyan 3 Xeno Goku. You could
Namek
use Namek Goku, yeah, as well. He stacks defense pretty
Yeah.
aight. Who was that other person I was looking at a second ago?
Free-to-play Cumber.
Yeah, Kaioken Goku. I mean, there's a lot of options here, guys, for Pure Saiyans. Pure Saiyans is easy. Easy cheese mode. Unless you don't have them. Unless you don't have the units.
At least
then,
there's one of us.
but
I mean, I have most of the units for Pure Saiyans. I think I'm set. The only thing I need to do for me personally is just awaken SSB. So.
Mhm.
But other than that, this is probably one of the more solid teams for sure. Like you said, one of the cheesiest ones to run by. So.
mhm.
You have the units. I mean, guaranteed win at that point. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe
basically.
less of a struggle than the rest of them so far.
Yeah, less of a struggle, I should say. Yeah. All right, next is Full Power. So Alec also did this one with a Kamehameha team. But if you're not part of the cool kids like myself, I'm not part of the cool kids. I don't have LR Gohan, so good fucking luck, bro. It's tough. This category does not have a whole lot of defense if you don't have a lead for it. Like I have to use Broly.
This category is a really good place to use that website.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those categories, I think, that you might have to dip in and try to build something else out of it in order to do it with relative ease. But it's definitely doable, obviously.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's doable.
There's a lot of decent units. That transforming Frieza, the tech transforming Frieza, you can reverse him, and in his base form, he will infinitely stack his defense. But again, he runs into the problem of his stats are so low that he may be a very big liability. But also, if you reverse him, he's no longer on the category.
Exactly, yeah. There's all the transforming units like Vegeta and Goku and Frieza are no longer in the category if you do that.
And
so
the only reason it worked for pure Saiyans is because they never.
Yeah, they're always pure Saiyans. Yeah, so you can't do that. And then it's really tough to keep them in their transforming state like this because you literally only get 4 chances to raise attack and defense. And Vegeta, you can do that because he straight does defense, so it's a bigger stat, so it's faster and more reliable. But the Frieza and Goku, you're just not going to get enough defense fast enough. Me and Alec were talking about that earlier. Even if you get an additional every single turn, your defense still isn't going to be high enough to tank supers. So
the Goku, yeah, I mean you'll still have to hide him in the last phase, but the Goku, if you don't carry you through strength UI.
Oh yeah,
no issue. You'll definitely have to hide him against int UI, but up through there he should be fine through the whole event. Obviously avoiding tech units as well.
Right.
Yeah. I was pondering like these golden Friezas, because they reduce damage by 80% and 90% respectively. But I thought that they might be good. I haven't tried them yet to see how much they actually reduce damage.
Since they're not like the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta that out of 10 for the legendary Goku event. But those two, since it's health based, especially the EZA Tech Golden Frieza, because he has a backup thing if he's below his health threshold.
Right.
He will definitely be a good option. I don't have any tech orbs, so I haven't been able to invest into mine to test him out, but he'll definitely be a good option.
Yeah. Also, don't forget about STR Cell, stacks defense, attack and defense every turn. He's really good. And he's also a lot better on a full power team, I think, because you don't need perfect links because he can super attack at 9, right? 9 or 10. Either way, I think it's 10, or maybe it's 9. Either way, he can super attack less than 12, so it's a lot more manageable to at least get a super every single turn, even if he doesn't have the right links. So definitely a good option there. But this one's going to be a little more on the difficult side if you don't have LR Gohan.
You've got your free-to-play stacking Vegeta Trunks as well in there. I mean, some of this is pointing out cause for some of these you have to take what's obvious if you have them, or else it's going to be a very, very difficult endeavor.
Next up is Transformation Boost. This is doable, I think. I've almost got it down. Well, I mean, Alec did it with Future Trunks as a lead. But I don't have some of the units that he had on there, so I don't know if I'll be able to do it with that exact team. But I've been working with like a Time Travelers type transformation boost. It's kind of working out a little bit. I'm still working out the kinks, but it's definitely doable. It's got some good units in here for sure that can stack. Mostly the same as the ones before. We're not really adding any whole new units, but
yeah, with this and it kind of goes with this specifically. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, no.
With this specifically too, I think for me, and I feel like this might be another thing that a lot of players can do as well. Keep in mind that transformation boost, and this works for both LGE and Super Battle Road. At least if depending on your teams, you can pretty much run Resurrected Warriors with every unit that falls on their transformation boost. So you do have the ability of running the Resurrected Warriors Frieza, you have the Tech Golden Frieza, transforming Frieza, and then obviously, if you're lacking other units, or if you have the LRs, like you have LR Cell there, you have Tech Broly, but again with LGE, you do have to worry about more so the scenario of UI, and I feel like the in UI Goku stage is the one where people are gonna, it literally is the only pinnacle part where everyone struggles at that point. Because once you beat UI, you're pretty much in the safe with STR UI, but in UI is definitely the big issue. But so for me, since I don't have transforming boost, I'm probably going to try it with at least a decent Resurrected Warriors team, but that's just going to be my take on it because that's all I have to work with.
Yeah, and Resurrected Warriors wouldn't be that bad as well because Frieza's also like he's just a 90% lead, but he is a 90% lead for intellect, so you could still run Goku Black on his team, and Janemba as well. I don't know if Janemba's not the best tank ever, but definitely not the worst.
And Janemba does perform pretty decent in Legendary Goku. I only have him at 5%, and I mean he's not terrible.
I got him with 2 dupes, and he's fucking god tier. He's fucking amazing.
I can't speak. Mine's rainbowed, so.
Skittles crew.
Go.
Yeah, no, Janemba is
Hashtag flex in the chat.
Hashtag flex. Dude, I got an emote. I got an emote for that. Gotta hit it real fast. No, I can't. My computer's dying. Okay, that's fine.
But yeah, definitely with Janemba, he makes no matter what he does, he makes life that much easier.
Yeah.
Even with his he gets the 40% damage reduction.
Yep.
Or so already he's gonna.
Well, okay, he guards all attacks, and after that first attack, he has the damage reduction.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
So he can. He's still, in my opinion, when it comes to at least transformation boosts, he's one of those ones that I feel would be top tier when you're using this team.
Yeah, me as well.
Oh, for sure.
He's also in movie bosses. We're about to talk about here in a second as well.
Oh god.
But we'll talk about movie heroes first.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to make sure we're heroes first.
I feel like with movie heroes, it's like Pure Saiyans. It's just easy mode.
There's definitely some interesting units here. Again, all of these are going to get easier when the 5-year comes along, just because of the units that are coming between now and the 5-year, plus the units in the 5-year. This one is really not that bad because, again, you've got Tech Vegeta and Physical Goku SSB. They're basically your safety net through this.
Basically, yeah.
You've got the lead as Movie Gogeta. So he has built-in dodge, which is great up until Int UI. I haven't ran this one yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to do it fairly easily.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I don't have a whole lot of these units. So we'll see. I don't know.
I do. I do personally. It's just a matter of making sure I build the right team and keeping the rotations where they need to be.
Yeah, the rotations are going to be key.
Tapion might be
Agile?
an option.
Yeah, he reduces damage by 50%.
Yeah, he's got that 50% damage reduction if he's Rainbow. That might be full. Again, I haven't tried him out in this particular event, but I believe he also lowers attack on super attack, which is useful up until the Tech God phase.
Yep.
So that'll help protect you. I'm just looking through here to see if there's anybody else that's oh man, it's so good.
I don't think there's anybody super god tier.
Surprisingly enough, Great Saiyaman 1 and 2.
For the defense?
You really have to hide them during strength UI, but for the rest of it, what they give to everybody else is very, very beneficial if you're running a full super team, which you will on a Movie Heroes team.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm on the good luck boat. Good luck. This one for sure. I don't know how this one's. I don't know, dude. My hands are I'm so not even on the board for this team at all. For movie bosses, it's oof, oof in chat. Bro. I don't even know. I can't even begin to think. I thought Bojack would be a good pick here. I don't even know, transforming
This one hurts my
Frieza,
head.
Janemba. It's gonna be rough, man.
This one really hurts my head. I mean,
It's gonna be rough.
this is the one where I'm gonna bust out Tapion and see if that Int Beerus does stack his defense for a limited amount, either 6 or 9 turns.
Mhm.
So that might be an option. Man,
Yeah,
this one really just
Sucks.
sucks.
does Frieza lose movie bosses if you reverse him?
Which Frieza?
The transforming Frieza?
I don't think so. Let me see.
We got,
He does.
we
He
got
does. I
conflicting.
think. His categories when he's not awakened are transforming boost, wicked bloodline, Dragon Ball Seekers, and Conquest of Terror.
Rip. He's still on transformation boost though.
Scratch that.
So there you go. You can still run him on transformation boost.
Yeah.
I mean,
so.
I, didn't
I
think
feel
about
like
that.
the biggest thing with this too, it might just be an unpopular opinion. Like as long as you play the rotations out, I feel like with Strength Cooler, he's gonna be a bigger liability in this event specifically. But
Strength who? Cooler?
Strength cooler.
Oh.
because he is in there,
Dare you?
Yeah.
Strength cooler is going to be an asset in every phase except for agility phases and every
Yeah.
phase past. Okay, so he's really not going to be that great.
Yeah, there's 3 agility phases we were talking
So-
about earlier.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so the reason I'm saying this is because you can lower attack, which is, I believe, part of Cooler's passive, isn't it?
Yes.
All the way up to Tech God Goku.
Mhm.
The only reason Cooler's going to be a liability during agility phases is because he's strength.
Yeah.
But I don't have Cooler obviously because he's not out yet. So I can't speak from experience or anything. But I think in the interest of saving your items for the harder phases of the event, I think Cooler is going to be beneficial for that. Also, I believe Easy A Physical Movie Broly stacks.
Oh yeah, he stacks. I forgot about him. This one right here.
Yeah.
He stacks attack and
Well,
defense.
Yeah. And on the
No,
topic of
no. The sorry, Easy A Physical.
yeah,
That one. I believe he after his Easy A, he stacks attack and defense as well.
He does. He stacks attack and defense by 20%, and it's infinite.
And it's infinite. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. I will say that when it comes to STR Cooler, if we're solely just looking at him not transforming, yes, he's going to be a liability. But remember, by the
With the
time you get over there, he's going to transform, and he gets that attack and defense was like 180%. The additional attack that has a medium chance to become a super attack, he infinitely stacks attack. He lowers defense, and he performs a critical hit on each Goku stage because of the fact that
He's a
pure
pure
Saiyan.
Saiyan. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true.
Oh, he's gonna do some serious damage for sure.
He-
We're just talking
Well,
liability
yeah,
like
and then-
defense wise.
And then lowering defense is actually somewhat useful in the legendary Goku.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So just to help your characters do a little bit more damage, because literally every point of damage you can deal out extra is important.
Mm.
So I mean, I think Cooler's going to be a good option, but since none of us have really had the opportunity to test him out, I think we can't
Yeah.
really speak
It's gonna
from
be.
a position of authority on that.
We'll just have to test it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this one's gonna be one of the harder ones for sure. This and
Oh, yeah.
fusions are gonna be really hard. I think fusions has a better chance than this one. I'll be honest with you. I think fusions has the better team for this.
I'm gonna bet that I beat movie bosses before I beat.
Well, I just don't have all the fusion units. That's probably why I have more movie bosses than I have fusion units. But I think with AGL Gogeta, I think it's going to carry the team for that. Personally, well, we'll see. I don't know. You could run Easy A Beerus with the Rage. Fuck it, might save your life. Who knows? But
It's very true.
yeah, I think that's it. What else we got? You guys got anything?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to bring this up. I should have brought it up earlier, and I do apologize. Were we supposed to show Godku's animation?
Yeah, I did. I showed it while you were talking.
Literally
while you were talking.
Because I was like kind of just in my zone. I wanted to make sure because I had that open for a while, and then when we kind of like skipped over it, I don't remember anyone talking about it, so I was just like,
Oh no, I didn't talk about it. Just like when you were
had it running.
Yeah, like when you were talking about it, I
had
it up. But we'll show it again.
Because I was
It's pretty good animation though. If you do want to talk about it, I mean, it's definitely worth talking.
It's clean.
I'm starting to get to the point where it's like, yeah, the animations are awesome, but now awesome animations have kind of become the norm and the expectation. So I don't feel like I'm as hyped for animations as I used to be.
Yeah, I feel that.
I guess for me it just depends because like there are some where I'm like, oh, that's cool, but then there's some like the 5th year LRs. Those ones, like in my opinion, that's like the gold standard now.
Yeah, I mean coolers, STR coolers animations are.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, they're freaking amazing, and I will support Cooler every day of the week. But those 5th year ones are just, they feel legitimately ripped from the anime and the movies. Like, I just couldn't believe it. So,
I agree. Oh, I'm glad I brought it up again anyways, because like I said, I was too busy talking.
No, it's cool, dude. I do want to throw one more thing in just to kind of cap up talk, and I'm going to link it in chat. That is basically your cheat code for Legendary Goku right there. It's all of the units in the game that stack. It tells you how many rounds they stack for. Once again, shout out to the Dokkan Wiki because you guys are freaking awesome. I love you guys.
Yeah, Wiki is literally the whole reason the show exists.
Pretty much.
But yeah, I guess now we can go on to our Q&A section. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have any questions, type in the chat or the Discord, and we will answer them to the best of our Dokkan ability.
Do you have a link to the Discord? Did you throw that up?
No.
Should probably do that.
I'm sure somebody does.
I'll grab one really quick. Hold on.
I got one actually. I got you guys.
Okay.
Alright.
Bad.
Trevor's a bad kid. Ooh.
Well, I had the copy paste for the website. I didn't have the Discord. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're all good, man. You're all fine.
Bad kid.
Bad
I
host.
didn't include it in show notes because I didn't think about it. I'll start including a Discord link in show notes.
Yeah. Really quick, since we're waiting on, like questions and all that.
Uh-huh.
And I think both Anthony and Trevor can really say this, but shout out to Alec, dude. Like, in all honesty, like, we call him Dokkan Grandpa, but we should also call him, like, Podcast Angel. Because he's the one that he comes up with the notes every week. He's making sure that, like, it's heavily promoted. So, like, in all honesty, dude, like, shout out to you for starting this whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
So, like, you deserve a lot more credit than I think, than anybody else.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's hard to word it, but you deserve a lot of credit. For
We love you! We love you, Alex!
I can't handle all this positive attention.
I mean, we say it all the time. Like we say it all the time. I don't think a lot of these people understand. Like, after we hit like stop streaming, we're literally usually here after every podcast, just like talking about how grateful we are that Alec had chose us to be as the main panelist of this podcast. Mm-hmm. We've done it for like every week so far, except me. I wasn't here on Wednesday. I wasn't here on the last podcast when Taisha was hosting it because I had a lot of family issues coming up. But
yeah, you guys, like, what you guys don't see is that this podcast, it may start streaming at noon Eastern, but literally this group of guys, from the time we wake up Tuesday morning until about 2 hours after the podcast, in some way, shape, or form, we're always communicating with each other.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
I mean, this is. I mean, they want to heap praise on me for writing up some show notes and stealing some links from a wiki. I mean, whatever. It's 20 minutes out of my day. They give me every Tuesday of their lives right now, and they don't know me. They didn't know me when I started this. I was just some guy in their chat. I was just some guy who asked them to come talk about Dokkan because we like it. what they've given me pales into what comparison is to what I give to them to work with. You know, I mean, this is a great group of guys, and I'm done kissing your asses. Let's get some questions in chat.
Yeah, questions. There better be some more fucking questions.
Actually, I have a question. My own personal question, I guess, for Alec. Actually, since we haven't really gotten questions in the chat. I don't know if you want people to know about this, but do you want to kind of go over like some guests that we have planned to be featured? I know we do have one possibly coming up soon, and I did just get in touch with Slow.
Okay, all right. So I was gonna save this until after Q&A, but this is probably something that's gonna spark some Q&A.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely going to, and I think he's also in the chat. Actually.
He might be, but okay. So the intention of this podcast, and I want to be upfront about what it is that I'm doing podcast because there is an agenda behind it. I want to build a community. I want to build a community of Dokkan that is positive. This is why I'm totally against the global shaft meme. I'm against the global versus JP mindset. But I also wanted to facilitate that through the people that I involve in the show. And these three guys, once again going back to kissing their butts, are proud global mates. And I love them for it. And that's why they were ones that I approached. They are literally the first three people that I approached. They were my first three choices. There was nobody else that I wanted in this foursome. So if one of them would have refused, this would probably be a threesome. And I know out of context Dokkan is out there somewhere. Please don't do that. But it in the interest of growing the podcast to yes, grow each one of our individual channels, but also to grow the community as itself, I knew that we were eventually going to have guests. Mm-hmm. And there are a list of people that are on Twitch. Testoba, Slow Plays, Proper Artist. I know he's not like primarily a Dokkan streamer, but he does stream Dokkan and he's a cool guy. Man, who else can I think of off the top of my head that's on Twitch? Probably not a whole lot of people because I don't have my Twitch list up and I usually cheat like that. But there are.
It's okay, I do that.
Ruho 4, I think is his name, is another one that I've watched. Typhonon Wyatt, I think is his real name. He's a really cool guy that I watch that does global Dokkan. And these are all people that I want involved in some way, shape, or form, either as guests or, commentators or something. But when I really started thinking about guests, there was, for me, the pipe dream guest. The pipe dream guest for me is somebody who every time I've watched something this man has put out has been positive, global focused, fun, and entertaining. He's a man who built his own community. I mean, he's fairly well known in the community.
Jeez, the hype for this is crazy.
My heart's already pounding.
I'm like, oh my god, who is it?
And I know who it is.
Yeah.
I am really, really like beyond the moon happy to announce next week we will have our first guest ever on the Global Gang podcast, and it is Toon Rami.
Woo!
Woo!
Heck yes.
Toon Rami, boys.
So this is like I am. And if he is in chat, this is gonna embarrass the crap out of me. But I am a massive Toon Rami fan. I think the creative element that he puts not just into the work that he does, but the work he does for others, is admirable. And I've already been singing the praises about how this guy is a positive impact on the global community as a whole. And I'm literally so excited. Like when I reached out to him, I thought he was just going to be like, nope, I'm too good for you, blah, 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 blah. But that's not who this guy is at all. Like, he doesn't think of himself as a YouTube celebrity, even though he technically is.
He is.
He is a force in the Dokkan community. And I am just beyond over the moon about this whole thing. So
yeah,
next week's going to be a fantastic episode. Also, next week we're going to continue the mini series on the bots and mods that we started and then skipped because Legendary Goku this week. All right, so are we done putting the focus on things that I have to say and ready to start talking about things chat wants to say?
Yeah, we haven't got any questions yet. Oh,
Yeah,
that's weird. Nobody has any questions about anything Dokkan coming up, teams that you want help with or something, or anything.
It doesn't even have to be Dokkan, guys. If you guys want to ask questions about our experience with anything, you want to ask questions about the podcast, it doesn't have to be Dokkan related. The question and answer section is literally just for you guys. This is your section of the show.
Yeah. I will say this, I do think that we kind of skipped over it a little bit, even though it's like something that I feel is extremely hype. We're finally gonna be getting physical VB EZA after like we've had these talks. And that's one thing I'm excited about is the fact that we're actually.
Oh yeah, we did. Okay, so it was never intended for us to go into it in depth this week because we don't really have the information for. We know.
Yeah,
it's
there's just no stats yet. Yeah.
There's nothing really to go over. So next week, when it releases, we will have all of that. We will do a deep dive on.
Yeah.
Question in chat from Levi. Will you summon for Cooler? My intention is to summon for Cooler. If they have tickets, I will buy up all the tickets from the Pilaf shop.
Yep.
And then either way, I am willing to put in up to 3 multis to try to get Cooler. But the rest of my stones are hard saved for 5-year.
I've already stated multiple times that I'm gonna wail on this banner so hard, dude. Oh man, I'm not even kidding. This will be the biggest wail I've done on the game so far, and I'm not even ashamed.
For me, like, you guys already know, I've said it so many times, and my opinion on if you're free to play, you should save or whatever. But for me personally, I love Cooler. Cooler is honestly one of my favorite villains in the series, and the fact that he has such a god tier card, I cannot skip it personally. So I'm definitely going to be doing the same thing Alex doing. If they got the tickets like they did with Future Gohan, I'm going to get those first. For my sanity and my wallet to save for 5th year, I'm probably only going to go until I get 1 copy, and that's it. Like 55% for me is good enough for now.
Yeah.
And I said I was going to skip Future Gohan's banner, and I didn't do that. So even if I say I will skip Cooler's banner, there's a good chance I'm not skipping Cooler's banner. With whatever stones I could muster up for, I'll try to throw into that. But yeah, 200 stones in Future Gohan's banner, I'm kind of lit. I walked out with Tech Caulifla.
There you go. More than I got. Shit.
God, you're such a whale.
Dude, I got some really good featured guaranteed animations, just never Future Gohan or Future Trunks.
Yeah, I feel like Future Gohan's rates were BS because I did the 3 tickets, and I didn't get any featured unit at all, and every SSR I got was rainbow fodder.
Wow.
Like it was either already rainbowed or I just Baba shopped it.
Truth.
Like I was upset. I was like, I spent freaking $21 on this BS. Or 24. So.
All right, Kenny McGee asks, what categories do you feel like you're not in the LG? For me,
all of them.
I'm thinking.
Agreed.
I'm thinking fusion and movie bosses are probably the worst for me.
Yeah, I mean I think it's the worst for everybody. Those two. I don't really think that those 2 categories have what it takes to beat LGE at all. Personally, I really can't see. You have to be some god tier player to be able to do that. I think with rainbowed units or something. But I don't think that there's any way.
Challenge accepted.
Well, no, challenge, yeah.
Alec Hunter. No kidding.
Challenge accepted for sure. I'm gonna try my best, but I don't know, man. I don't know. That's gonna be tough.
For me, honestly, like the most prepared I am is Patara. Otherwise, I feel like every other one I'm just kind of looking at it and I'm like, I'm gonna hate my life for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, basically.
Like,
Kenny McGee also asks, are you planning on using a Dragon Ball Heroes team for the Fizz VB ZZA? Like he is.
Is it a Time Travelers or what?
It's Future Saga? Which...
They're not in Future Saga.
Yeah, they're only time travelers, so... I mean, you could. You could still build a decent team. Depending on what restrictions they put on, like what damage restrictions they put on the event, you might be able to. But my intention is most likely to run a strength team.
Same.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to put as many Future Saga units as I can, like Trunks and Mai and Tank Trunks probably. Tank
Goku.
Trunks. Yeah, I think I got plenty of Future Saga strength units. I think I can run on that.
I mean, I could run just a full Future Saga team as well at units.
Yeah, me too.
So,
see, for me, like when it comes to the physical VB, like what I always do for every EZA is I run a fun team, like for the first 10, and then I'll switch to a semi-serious category team, and then for the last 10, I'll switch to the monotype. So honestly, like that, depending on what category is good against physical VB.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's time travelers. So Kenny's correct. Dragon Ball Heroes team would be. Sorry, I thought it was Future Saga. That's my bad, guys.
Oh well, time travelers it is then.
I think Future Saga. Time Travelers is probably a better category than Dragon Ball Heroes, though. Anyway.
Cowabunga.
Well, basically everybody on Dragon Ball is what.
Well,
Kenny's saying.
yeah. No, I agree. I have a Dragon Ball Heroes team, and I fucking love it. But am I gonna say that Time Travelers isn't a better team? Hell no. Time Travelers kicks the shit out of Dragon Ball Heroes all day.
Just for fun, just to run the Dragon Ball Heroes team since they.
Oh no, I'm gonna do it for sure.
It'll be
100%. Any excuse I can use that fucking team, I'm gonna use it.
Yeah,
I love Golden Cooler.
I'll do what I usually do when I stream easy few levels. I never really use one team to go through any easy, is what I'm saying, because I mess around, and I just play around, especially if I'm doing one off stream, I'll play around and see where I can get the best combination of units, and sometimes my level 30 team will end up being some hybridization of the category and the color and just whatever I can try to eke the most out of.
So, am I the only one that's having trouble with Kaioken Goku's EZA? Because I can't beat it. I can't, dude. I'm just chilling at level 18, and I just get smashed. I don't know.
I didn't have a problem with it. I literally just sat there and I was like, okay, this is pretty simple. No offense to you, Trevor. I love you, dude.
I just don't have any. My Universe 6 units are fucking trash, dude. Really, it's bad.
Think about going mono?
Well, my mono extreme sucks too. So it's fuck.
No.
It's rough.
It's rough out there, man. I got really good attack units, really good attack extreme, but not enough defense. He hits me for like 50k normals. There's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
All right. Next question we've got Levi with: do you think physical 40% hack? I'm assuming after his EZA.
I hope. This is my hope. I hope he gets attack and defense plus 55%. That's my. I don't think that's too broken, but I would really love if he got a solid. That seems like a decent enough boost to me.
My thing with physical VB is that I'm just so underwhelmed by him in general. And I'm glad he's getting an EZA. I really hope that he becomes way more useful. But in my opinion, unless they go balls to the wall with this EZA, I don't think it's going to be great. I think it's still going to be one of the low tier EZAs. And yeah. But that's the thing is if they prove me wrong, I'm not going to be upset. Because if physical VB becomes the card that I always use, then I'll be happy. But I feel as though how it's gonna go is that it's gonna be a decent upgrade, and it's gonna make it a better VB card. But I think it's gonna need more than a 40% boost, in my opinion, to really give it that.
Watch him just come out with attack and defense plus 180%. guards all attacks, reduces damage received by 80% already that it already has. By
Depends
all
on
it by
who's
every
making it.
attack.
Is it Team A or Team B?
Right.
For those of you who follow Talon by the Talon.
But I'm just
yeah.
I'm on that where unless they actually like make it the biggest EZA ever, I'm already skeptical.
What do you guys think is his leader skills going to change to? You think it just buff it to 120 or change it all the whole?
They might put it to 100. I don't see 100 as being out.
Well, I mean, they
I
made
think
the new EZAs made them 120 elites for the type that they have.
Yeah, for the type, but we're talking about straight up super and straight up extreme. I mean,
Yeah.
they're gonna re. So I don't see 100 of the 120 maybe. I think most likely what's gonna happen is they're gonna give him a secondary leader skill.
Probably.
Yeah, like time travelers or something, or Patara.
Something.
Patara would be
Realm of
rad.
Gods, something.
Patara would be rad. Watch it be a fusion lead. Done.
All right, so
Hanging his head against the wall as soon as that comes out. It doesn't make sense.
Kenny McGee 94 at what do you think will happen next month on the 18th? That's referring to Saiyan Day. My hope, and I'm sure I echo everybody at this point. I hope that it's a joint celebration and we get to tell our Bardock Squad.
Same. I hope, yeah.
As far as what could come, like as far as a banner, what do you guys think?
It's gonna be Goku Frieza banner, or not Goku Frieza, sorry, Goku Vegeta banner. Like it's almost guaranteed that
The one that JP already had?
Yeah.
Why? If it's a joint celebration, we should have something new, shouldn't we? Thing that both sides get at the same time.
Well, yeah, you're right. Fuck, it's tough.
Although that brings up the point that if they do decide to not, pretty much the perfect time to drop
To drop what? You cut out.
to drop the Goku Vegeta Dual Dokkan Fest on global. If they're not gonna do a joint celebration, Saiyan Day is a great place
Man,
to stick that.
people will
But that would
scream
push
Global
Cooler
Shaft.
back.
They'll scream
they would-
Global Shaft.
Flip out, dude. I
Yeah.
know they would flip out.
People
I know
would
they would.
fucking lose their mind. To see JP get the fucking Bardock and then we get something that JP already has, I'd be like, no. I would be hashtag Global Shaft at that point, for sure.
I would definitely be upset. I would be upset, but I still wouldn't view it as like a shaft per se. But I can understand why people would, because those cards look so good.
I agree.
I just really want them. Like, I'll take those over Majin Vegeta and Goku.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know, like Saiyan Day is something that's supposed to be super special, like out of the norm. So like, why would we get something that we already know is coming? That's not a fucking surprise, you know? I don't know.
Well, I think the other thing is that really last year's the only time that they've done a joint Saiyan Day celebration.
Oh, so you're
They
thinking
better
they
do
won't
one this
do it
year.
all?
I'm saying it's possible that they won't do one.
Yeah. They
I'm-
better keep
I'm-
up
Yeah.
with the trend, honestly.
But last year was the first time, because I think it was the year before or 2 years before we got, or JP got Int UI Goku on or around March 18th. But as far as like an actual Saiyan Day celebration joint thing last year, and only time it's happened.
But see, here's my thing though with that is that if they do, like, take last year for example, that it was a joint celebration, like, you wouldn't think that they would stop doing something that they started doing, and if they were to do that, it would just feel like weird to me. I understand like the years prior they didn't do joint celebrations when it comes to Saiyan Day, but last year was the start of that, and it would feel like you're progressing and then regressing back the next year.
Yeah.
I do truly think that we're doing a joint celebration, and we'll get the Bardock team as well. If we don't, again, it's going to be something that I feel is a regression of all the progress that they've made for Global and for JP in general in the last year. So
I feel that. I hope it's Bardock.
I hope it's Bardock.
I hope it's Bardock so bad.
That LR looks so clean. And that's just the regular art. There's no background or anything.
This
That-
guy.
the art
Dipping,
looks so-
dipping back a second to physical VB, Levi and Tyrenda in the chat could be a super 100% lead with key plus.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be all
It's
right.
possible.
I think that would be kind of cool. I could see the teams that together with that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know. I just with physical VB, I can't get as hype as I used to be. For,
Also,
like,
shamelessly
like
plug the YouTube channel in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that. Good. Yeah, go check it out. If you missed the other 3 episodes, feel free to check it out. We will post that archive, as Anthony said, the next day after this recording. So, woo! Good content. Good content.
good God. Right, we've got that Global Gang archive that was linked up there. Episodes go live by noon the day after, so on Wednesdays they'll go live by noon. Trevor will get that uploaded, and I'll get all the pretty stuff on it. Words are hard, brain not work good.
Yeah.
Thumbnail, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah,
Holy cow,
thumbnail.
that was. I'll get there eventually, guys. I promise.
It's been a long day.
I've been up since 3:30 this morning, so
and not enough Mountain Dew.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
There's no. You can never have enough. So is that it? There's no more questions. Anybody's got for us from the Discord or in the chat?
There were no questions in Discord. As
Oh, yeah, I
far
know.
as chat is concerned, I'm not too sure.
And then yeah, I don't see anything in Discord either.
Okay. Well, do we want to just do our ending stuff then?
Yeah.
Call it a day.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Levi's got the links to all of us down there. I guess we'll start out with end off with like the news and stuff. So yeah, I have a new YouTube video coming out tomorrow, I hope. This will be a full Super GT team, so that's fun. Super Saiyan 4 carries it, fuck off. But yeah, nothing crazy going on, that's about it. And of course, Toon Rami coming on next week, so don't miss out on that. Alec, you got anything going on special?
Yeah, I have. It actually kind of started last week, kind of in every Friday.
You're cutting in and out, broski.
Oh, hold on one second. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, so every Friday on my channel, I'm going to be playing Fallout: A Tale of Two Wastelands mod, which basically takes the content of Fallout 3 and puts it in Fallout New Vegas. So essentially what I'm doing is every Friday for the foreseeable future, playing Fallout 3 as a full playthrough, and then immediately taking that same character and playing Fallout New Vegas as a full playthrough. So if you guys are Fallout fans, you can come join me for that. That's a lot of fun. Otherwise, I do Dokkan every Wednesday and Thursday at 1 o'clock Central, and then this crazy gang here every Tuesday at noon Eastern.
Yeah. So I guess for me, obviously just streaming tomorrow, same time as I normally do. So it'll basically be 11 to 2, because I've been going an hour earlier than normal for the past 3 months. But yeah, other than that, nothing new. Also confirmation for the rest of the podcast as well. We might actually be seeing slow plays on the third episode, or on the third for the podcast on March. He
Okay.
did give us a little confirmation that he might be able to join, but he does have some stuff to take care of. So I
Sure.
just wanted to bring that out, let the people know who are here that he might make a guest appearance. It's just out in the open for now, but when I get more confirmation, you'll probably see it through my stream either tomorrow, maybe on the Friday stream, or throughout the weekend, or maybe even on the following Monday before the podcast. So I will keep obviously the panelists updated with that, and those who are in my streams will also be able to be notified on more information coming out for that as well. So figured I'd just give you guys some of the good news.
Got some
Sweet,
behind the scenes info going on.
Right. All right, Ty, what do you got going on?
For me, guys, it's kind of been a slow week, so I do apologize for that. But we do hope to at least get 1, maybe 2 YouTube videos out this week. I am going to be playing or streaming a little bit of Destiny 2 here after the stream, not right after, but a little bit. And then I got my UEG game night going on later tonight as well for Halo Master Chief Collection. It's a lot of fun, and if you guys do have Xbox, you can come in and play with us as well. Other than that, yeah, not too much going on.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Well, I guess you should say, since we're talking about future guests, I did have confirmation that General Bardock will be joining us next time I host. So that'll be cool. I don't know if you guys are familiar with his work, but he makes fun YouTube videos as well. I've watched a few of them. I think he's a pretty cool dude. So yeah, he'll be coming on. I don't know what day that is, the 20-something?
March 17th.
17th? Yeah, 17th, yay! But he'll be there too, so you can get hyped for that. Check him out on his YouTube channel. I don't have a link or anything like that, but yeah. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for stopping by the podcast, and we'll see you guys next week. See you later.
Next week is, just so you guys know, next week is on my channel, and again, we are having as our guest next week.
Yeah, because Alex cut out. It's at Alex's channel next week with Toonrami as a guest.
Hell yeah.
I will work on that before next week.
Hashtag get Alex a new mic, guys.
Yeah,
I'm posting
hashtag-
a link for it. There you
Please.
go. GoFundMe page
Yeah.
set up.
But yeah, we're gonna raid your boy Tess Doba. He might be a potential guest soon. But yeah, we're gonna raid his channel. He's playing Dokkan. So it goes, you guys have fun over there. Hype up his chat. And we'll see you guys next week. All right, peace.
Global gang.
Global game. Well, I mean, I guess I should start the raid earlier. Okay, yeah, raid coming in a second. Yeah,
Your fade outs
woo.
are great there, bro.
Woo, fade out. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
just time to put more links in the YouTube video, right?
Right. Definitely. All right. We'll see you guys later. Peace.
Bye, guys. Global gang.
I mean, I click. There he goes. Well, that was fun, huh?